Welcome back to Patch Noticed. I'm your host, Jacky, and let's step into the update that Valve has sprung on us for the 7th of August. A surprise update tonight with minor general changes and quite a lot of updates to the balance of Viscous. Let's start with the general tweaks then. Server performance has had improvements in tonight's update alongside the build system. New categories by default will now be wider when added to your build layouts. Here's quite a sleeper update though that was tweaked in the previous patch. Soul Orb spawning trajectory was changed an awful lot, with 1/3 chance of 3 separate pathways for it to spawn being added. In tonight's patch, Valve have reduced the aggressiveness of the movement somewhat and changed the visual effects slightly. Here you can see an on-screen comparison between the two. Let me know your thoughts on these changes to Soul Orb CSing down below. Following that, they've added a legacy command that will allow you to print out your older builds if you didn't take screenshots of them in time before the new build system was added to Deadlock. But now let's have a look at the real meat and potatoes, or potentially the meat and jello. Viscous. He's undergone a lot of balance changes in tonight's update and quite a few visual effect overhauls as well. The goo ball has had a directional arrow added on screen to give you a better overall sense of the way you're moving when bouncing about in his gooey state, with newer particle effects as well being added to further give it that goo fantasy that you all love. Hit detection on the goo ball and puddle punch have been improved with tonight's patch, allowing you to more reliably land those uppercut knocks or rollbacks when you're trying to bounce around in the goo ball and knock people away. On top of that though, they have removed a gameplay feature that people were using, in which you could attempt to punch away enemy heroes if they were too close to a guardian, using the puddle punch off of the guardian hitbox to hit them with a very surprising attack. The range overall for puddle punch has also been reduced down to 60 meters, but Valve have fixed a bug in which the tooltip was incorrect on puddle punch's initial release. Splatter's cooldown has been nerfed to 20 seconds rather than 18, and the base damage of Splatter has gone down by 10 points of damage as well, from 120 to 110. Splatter stacking damage has also now been reduced, so after each sequential hit, it will do a percentage lower amount of damage, meaning it won't have quite the same burst as it previously had on first launch. If you'd like to know more about mine and Blank's thoughts on Viscous and how he's fitting into the meta and what his kit plays like, tune into the latest episode of Dead Air, our podcast that's out now. Episode 1 seems to be going down a treat, but we'd love to hear your thoughts on it, so please check out Dead Air. That's it for Patch Notice though, and I hope you've enjoyed the show today. A minor update from Valve, but with some cool fixes, little tweaks, and quite a few overhauls to the abilities that Vicious is currently dominating in lane with. Get back out there, and I'll see you next time.